Hello! It's 11 minutes past 11 p.m. exactly here in the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. And wherever you are, as we speak live, it's the same few minutes past the hour. Not sure which hour it's past though, because if you're not on the Greenwich mean time zone, is that the one? Yeah, the GMT time zone, 0 latitude, then of course it's going to be different, give or take at least 1 hour. Although I suppose if you're between time zones, then it's only going to be 30 minutes. One place that springs to mind that is always 30 minutes difference, well, plus the hours, is Pune in India, very much quoted in the financial sector. When you're working within the four walls of such a place, they always seem to have Pune in India. Where's that? India. Don't know it? Check it out. Google Maps and other maps are available. Hey everyone, thank you for joining me. Welcome back. We are here together. Well, I hope we're all together. I'm certainly here. I hope you're here too. It's been a busy day for me. Who? Me. Yeah, me. Hopefully the technology is going to stay on our side throughout this broadcast. Waiting for some comments just to make sure we're aware that you're there. Maybe you're not there. Maybe you're doing other things, which is why you in particular might be watching on the replay. And if you are, don't forget to follow whichever platform you're watching on, because then you'll receive a notification. Well, you should do when I go live, and then you won't miss a thing next time, and you can be part of the conversation, not just watch and listen, because that's what it's all about, you see. Joining in. That's what I say. Right, now, what is going on here? Just need to double check a few things. Yeah, that's good. Oh, yeah, we're pretty good here, really. So I've had a busy day travelling initially to the city that is so awesome that you've got to visit it at least once in your life. But particularly if you don't live anywhere close and you travel internationally on vacations, holidays, London is a must. The great thing about visiting London, particularly if you're in, say, for example, South America or North America or Canada, and you're traveling those distances across the Atlantic Ocean. For that matter, you might be traveling from Japan and the Far East, where plenty of people do travel to England. Particularly, there's loads of Beatles fans that end up visiting Liverpool, the home of the Beatles. And so yeah, you've just got to do it. The great thing about visiting London, as I was about to say, is that it's so close to other cities in mainland Europe, and of course Scotland and Ireland and Wales. Mustn't forget little old Wales there. But Edinburgh, I mentioned it the other day actually, Edinburgh definitely a great city to visit if you're heading to England. It's not far to travel, particularly the train is a good journey from London to Edinburgh. There you go. Where did we get onto that? Because I'm just talking about time zones and where you might be watching from. Got to be mindful that even though this broadcast is happening, well, the next top of the hour for me now will be midnight, but for you it could be anything, and it might even be another decade, not just another day, week, year or two, because once this is up there, it's up there. It sticks in the cloud, and it will be there for some considerable time, I understand. Right, all good. Now let me see. Oh, hello, wait a minute. Oh, you know what, guys and girls, getting carried away. Oh, I knew there was something else I had to do. There it is. Excellent. Birthday girl said hello. It's Claire Guppy, everyone. We need a round of applause here, don't we? The next thing now is to implement that button somewhere there, and as we hit it, we get a good old round of applause, or at least the symbol sound effect. But hello, Claire. Many happy returns for the next 44 minutes, looking at the clock here, and then it'll all be over technically, although I understand rumour has it that you'll be celebrating Friday night rather than this evening, Thursday evening, as it is now the 19th of September 2019. I didn't see that icon. It didn't come out to... Oh, that's the great thing now as well. In the past, depending on where you are and what device you have, if you make a little icon up using characters on your keyboard, or even just send a ready-made icon, sometimes it doesn't display as it does on your device when the other person looks at it. But you can see that now, because you can see over there, because now we have the comments on the screens. Oh, Adam Robots is here as well. Tabulous. Excellent. Yes. Good on you, Adam. Thank you for joining the gruesome twosome. And what is happening? There's not a lot happening at the moment, but hopefully it will. It might pick up. You never know. We had a quiet broadcast the other day. A lot of people have seen my broadcast from earlier today. I did mean to load up a quick clip here, ready to play you, but didn't get round to it, unfortunately. But if you go and watch the previous broadcasts, I was mobile, I was out and about. One in particular, the previous one, the last one I did on my way back from London to here, it was rather a moment that we mustn't forget, because what happened was specifically quite a few weeks ago. Actually, it's quite a few. Oh, goodness me, it must be about 3.5 months ago, when I was travelling in London on a train. The member of staff warned me that I shouldn't be filming and all this sort of stuff, you know, when everyone's got their mobile phones, cell phones, and she was pretending to be a bit shy, shall we say, but certainly telling me that I shouldn't be filming on one of her trains, like she owns the damn thing. And so in response to that, one of our wonderful viewers, Jeff, from the Buckeye State, Ohio, in the United States of America, he sent me a T-shirt, and the had some writing on it and the lady's face. Again, it's on one of the previous broadcasts when I received that package from the United States of America. But today was the day that I wore that on the train, just in case I bumped into this member of staff. She wasn't there. I haven't seen her the last, when I've looked out for her recently. What's going on with the chat? Good evening, Monk. Yes, indeed. Yes, it absolutely was. Adam, I certainly got that, but yes, everybody just clarify. Have we got any Mongolians watching? I'm not sure we've ever had anyone watching from Mongolia. If you see this from Mongolia, certainly, you know, live now, but if it's on the replay, which I suppose is also now, if you're watching it, very confusing stuff. But yes, you can certainly contact us and let us know that you're watching from somewhere in Mongolia. Yeah, that'll be the day. I think we'll all definitely, as the saying goes, eat our hat then when we see that. Yes, Adam. Adam, have you had a tipple or two this evening? I bet you have. Have you been on the sherry? Yeah. After all, I guess, well, Claire must have been on something. Yeah, mind you, after what you've probably eaten tonight, you'll be on the cars here. Don't know about any other drinks and things like that. Hey, just saying, it's Thursday night. I know for a fact, everyone. By the way, this is Adam, the proprietor of On Call Media. Yeah, he really is the technical wizard of the southeast of England, if not further. And he, I know from time to time, it's a Thursday evening, and he's often out and about. And if he's not on the sherry, Thursday night is curry night. A lot of places have that, you know, in the bars and pubs around the UK. So we'll certainly be prepared for that in the next 24, 48 hours. Yeah, the repercussions, I'll say no more unless your comment says more. No, Claire was watching you for eating sweets and so... Right, Zoes. That sounds like another restaurant. Zoe's place. The best restaurant in town. Oh, yes. And certainly when it comes to dessert, I'll say no more, Adam. But hang on a minute, tomorrow's Friday night, so that's going to be another, well, I was going to say a long, late one. But of course, the hours you work, it's technically a very early one, the time you finish work at 3, 4 in the morning. Oh, yes. I just realised, yes, he's saying, I wish it was 3. Yeah, 4 in the morning. Goodness me. Toy. Okay. You know what you're on about there. Wonder where everyone's got to. Actually, when I started this broadcast, I've just realised, yes, Facebook's obviously working because that's where you're watching from. I'm not sure what happens now if we go to YouTube. It should all be working though. And the strange thing was, yesterday, before I did head for some sleep after the last broadcast at this sort of time, almost 24 hours ago, I did test the chat. I wasn't going to do that until I woke up the next morning, but I did test it shortly after, and without me really doing anything, it all seemed to be working. Because, and I say that because we had loads of problems with the chat and the aggregator, or as Brenda Tupper likes to remind us, the aggravator, and the thing that gives us aggravation with all this chat. So yeah, anyway, it was all playing up. We just get on with it and do the best we can. Who's on Periscope? Oh, look, is that Luke? Luke Don 1 was there. Kevin in scale and colon screen. Fantabulous. And Nick 461. I wonder where our other Nick Wright one is these days. I hope you're well, Nick, when you see this. I'm home as of about 1 hour ago, chilling. Claire was saying she was watching Toy Story 4 #Forky. Yeah, actually, I can imagine. I think you might have misheard her, Adam, judging by the hashtag. Anyway, I better swiftly move on. Anyhow, everyone, hope your day's been going well, or night, or afternoon, or evening. I hope the journey called life has generally been going well since we last had the time to interact like this. Oh yeah, it has been for me. In fact, the last few hours I've definitely made some progress. Adam, you'd be interested in that. Just getting things sorted out for all things live video streaming in the very near future. Not that we're not doing it now, because we are, but we're going to be doing it a little bit more professionally. Not that we don't have professionals hanging around here from time to time, because we do. We mustn't forget that. Again, particularly Brenda, although she's a different type of professional, more of a school teacher professional. And Jeff, you're up there as well, working in the same offices there. And Adam, of course, almost forgetting. Yeah, when it comes to all things IT. Have you got any tips for us, Adam, while you're there? Yeah, not tipples, any tips, maybe an IT tip. Yeah, just a good bit of information, a good piece of advice that you can type in a couple of sentences to people. Yeah, chat's doing well, by the way. While you're there, Adam, let me just and all you other people as well. Let me just remind everyone that when originally the chat, well, this has only been initiated, the chat on the screen, about 4 or 5 days ago. I said we were going to do it. We did it, and I'm very happy about that, because it means that now, no matter where this video ends up, the chat will accompany it. You know, in the past, if you were watching the broadcast and you couldn't see the chat, yeah, and it wasn't in the video. So certainly when we started broadcasting recently on multiple platforms, it's great because I could generally see what you were telling me or asking me, but everyone else on the other platforms couldn't see what you were typing away about. But now you can all see, and the worst thing is that we were all originally on one platform when this all started. Yeah, that one, the very familiar one to most people, called Periscope. We were all on Periscope, and everyone was having a good interaction and chat with each other. The community's great that we've been building, but then when people started heading over to Facebook and YouTube, then suddenly people on Periscope were feeling a little left out and all alone, and they couldn't see what the other people were typing. But you can now, which is all good. Adam says, yes, always make sure your personal computer is regularly serviced against dust to avoid overheating. Yes, the fan. Good one, Adam. Yes, that's one of the more simple ones, and particularly because you don't realise just how dusty your environment is often. And of course, you know, your friend might say, oh, I've never had to do that. No, I don't have a problem. But everyone's abode and workplace is different when it comes to air quality. So yeah, I'll go along with that. That's a good one, definitely. And in fact, I recently, you sorted out my computer for me. Thank you very much. It was about time. It hadn't been dusted for a while. By the way, overheating shortens the life of components. I'm sure it does. Yeah, absolutely. So you've got to definitely be careful when you're dancing horizontally, people, because a bit of friction might end up, you know, sort of having an effect on the longevity of your bits. According to Adam Roberts of On Call Media, apparently. Right. Claire, you bring it to an IT professional. How can you dust? Yeah, yes, absolutely. You do. That's right, Adam. Yes. Claire's asking, for those that can't see, maybe you generally can't see, she's asking how you can dust the inside of a computer. But what you can certainly do though is where the fan area is on a computer, particularly if it's a laptop and it's portable, you can just turn it around, get the vacuum cleaner on it and have a good suck. Yes? All right. And Adam, he's your man for that. Oh yes. So that's again. We sit here, we work together often in the same space, and I pick up certain things, while I'm working away there. You can't help it, It's a bit like, when you're in the office there and working across there from somebody else. And, the thing I tell you is, maybe I've got it wrong sometimes. That's why I tend to tread carefully when hearing little bits of information. But generally, they all sort of, the dots join up eventually. Claire, what's going on where you are? Are you ready for some Z's soon? Has it been a long day? What about you, Adam? Are you also ready for some rest before another busy day well, it's not even 24 hours, is it? Because our busy day here in England, for some of us, is going to start in about 9 hours' time. For me, yes, 9 hours' time. And I will certainly be in this position again, just tapping away at the keyboard with emails, all that sort of stuff. Right, I don't know where everyone's gotten to. What I will say, actually, if only you could see it now, people, you can't, unfortunately, but the thing over there that broadcasts all this to you, on this occasion, when we went live and pressed the button on it, it had a hiccup, and the display on it's all flickering and flashing and everything. I had to double check that although it was doing that, we were live, and we are, and I could have reset it, and then we would have just had to go live later, possibly, so I just left it as it was. But I'm just wondering if not only is it not flickering just on its own there, flickering away, but maybe also, notifications may not have gone out. Just wondering if notifications actually went out. And in fact, maybe the notifications aren't working, particularly on Periscope, where a lot of people rely on for these broadcasts to be notified that they go live, because, again, on the previous broadcast at this time, around about 24 hours ago, there weren't many people here. So I think there's an issue. We need to do some more testing, don't we? And we're good at testing here at Encore Media and Sunshine Productions. So yeah, we'll have a little chat, Adam, soon. What's this? Claire? Watching EastEnders. That's the still a current soap opera television show that's here in the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Very popular. Not as popular as it used to be. I don't watch it anymore. Although that said, that is true. I used to watch every episode because it was on twice a week. I think when it started, it was Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then it's a bit like the Lotto here. That's strange that I should jump to that memory. But, Lotto once a week it used to be. But now it's like, I don't know. It's like 4 times a day. It's ridiculous. The Irish Lotto, the UK one, then you've got the United States of America and Canada and all the other countries, European one, the Euros. Oh, goodness me. And it just ends up, well, just too much. But in the same way, EastEnders and television in general, too much going on there at the moment. But that said, it's interesting that you mentioned that, Claire, because I did catch EastEnders this evening when one of them, what's his name? Is it not Ben? But he walked into the storyline. This crazy young man walks into a train tunnel onto the train line, onto the tracks, because he basically can hear a spirit from his sister, who's not quite passed on. I think he killed her. I think he was saying. I got a notification on. You did? Oh, good. Maybe it's not working on one of the other platforms, but yeah, that's good that you did get a notification. Thank you for the confirmation there. That's good information. You're finishing your coffee as well as watching TV, and you're going to watch Top Boy. Great. And then you'll fall asleep while you do it. At least you're not falling asleep watching this again. Yeah? I mean, really, honestly, I mean, seriously. Goodness me. I watch you, everyone says. They all say, I watch you, Martin. Yeah, you make me go to sleep and fall asleep because it's that boring. It's not quite like that, I know. No. We've all, as I said the other day, actually, talking about this, I fall asleep usually listening to the radio, which is good. I think the reason listening to the radio, I think, helps you fall asleep. or TV for that matter, is because your brain's working and you're already tired, so it sort of just empties out the rest of the energy, and before you know it, you're asleep. So I think actually, ironically, people would say to you, don't stimulate the brain if you're trying to sleep, but I think it's possibly, well, certainly for myself, the other way around. The more you sort of try and listen to that radio and close your eyes, the next thing you know, you're asleep, because what I just said. Right, where are we now? No biscuits tonight, and no biscuits tonight. Absolutely not. And even when I went live a few minutes before this began, I said to myself, I've got to have something. But, I actually didn't want anything. The thing is as well, I didn't eat as late as I sometimes have done before these broadcasts. And I wasn't feeling peckish or hungry or anything. So I was quite happy about that, because I'm not going to stuff, biscuits or sweeties, candy, cookies or cake. And that's a good one, isn't it, by the way? Think about that. Why is it, candy, sweets, biscuits, cookies, you Amerikanski people watching, you've got to always, have your 2 pennies worth and change the name. But why do you call cake cake? Because that's what we call it over here in the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. So if British English is cake, it can't be Amerikanski English, surely. What can we call cake, everyone? Cookies, biscuits, candy, sweets, cake, cack. Oh, there you go. There you go. I'm possibly going a bit further north up there in Canada, where they speak a bit of French there on the East Coast. Maybe cat might work, particularly the chocolate one. Just saying. Anyway, right. Where are we now? You've gone very quiet, people, and often it means that someone's fallen asleep while they're typing. But Claire's not doing that tonight. And I say again, sorry, people, but I'm very careful not to say tonight, this morning, the afternoon, because I know you're watching at a different time usually. So as we're broadcasting live now, it is 27 minutes to midnight. So yes, it's definitely tonight here on the Greenwich time zone. Oh yeah. Righto, who else have we got here on Periscope? Just double checking some names here, right? Just taking a checking the list here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Eliezer Moore. John 47406765. Along with Luke Don 1. Oh, JJ Crawl, you've been too quiet. That's naughty. Are you still there, JJ Crawl? Keeping it all hush hush and enjoying the moment? Oh, I bet you could be. JJ Crawl always joining us from Hurling in Holland. Oh, soon to be in London. Did you know that, Adam? If you're still there, JJ Crawl is apparently going to be visiting London at the beginning of November, just before the beginning of November, the end of the previous month to the beginning of November, I do believe. And then we've got somebody else who's been following us recently, not here right now though, I note, and I'm trying to, it's Raider, I think it's Raider N. Now if that's your name, Raider N, and I believe you're in New York ski, in the on the Eastern Standard Time Zone, although at the moment it's EDT. Someone told us that recently. Of course, in the summertime it's EDT, not EST. How confusing. I hadn't really acknowledged that in all the years that I've been familiar with the time zones in North America. Right, listen everyone, I'm going to start wrapping this up. Yeah, why not? Have an early one. But I have some of this before it totally goes cold. Thank you very much for joining me. Again, Claire Guppy. Well, on Facebook, certainly it's Claire Guppy. I just want to say once again, a very, 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 very happy birthday. And so say all of us. So say someone else something. Carola. No, 25th of November and leave the 1st. Yeah, do you know what? I couldn't remember, Carola. I couldn't remember you ever mentioning the beginning of December, but I know you'd mentioned November, and I was pretty sure you were. So it's the other viewer, listener, person who's been joining us recently, telling us that they are going to be here at the end of October, beginning of November, and that's why you two won't be able to meet, because they'll be leaving before you have a chance to land in London and England. Got it all now. Got it all sorted out. Thank you very much. Oh, yes, indeed. Doe. Ha ha! Oh, look. Maybe you should be sitting here and I should be over there with the doe. Good nubbin and all that stuff. Good night. I will sleep. I'm going to sleep very well after this broadcast. It has been a very long day and it's been a very good one as well. The weather made it good as well, travelling. We are experiencing, we've had such a good summer here, really. And a lot of people will be, oh no, it's been raining and then it was sunny and then it rained again. No, it was one of the best days. You can have a barbecue today here, September the 19th. Yeah. And it's supposed to be, I mean, the nights are definitely a bit more chilly. And in fact, tonight is a very clear sky out. Loads of stars, particularly where I'm based at the moment. The stars are so bright out there. It's amazing if you have a good old check up there and see what's going on in the night sky. Thank you once again, everyone. For those of you that are new, just remember that is me. And rather than just remember, so that you join us again in the future and can join in the chat, because I know a lot of you are going to be just watching a replay, but definitely follow. Yeah, do follow us here, and then you won't miss a thing in the future. For now, though, again, thank you for being there. Thanks, Adam. Thank you, Claire. Thank you, Corolla. Thanks to everyone that I mentioned on the Periscope that's all passing by there, such as 1234 Elizamore and Luke Don 1, and the list goes on. But until next time, I'll be here in about 23 hours, 23 and a half hours, something like that. Yeah. And that will all be good. It's going to be a busy Friday, unless, of course, at the last minute, I decide that I am definitely going to go out Friday evening, which has been proposed to me, the option. So I might do that, in which case I will almost certainly try to go live when I'm out and about. But, you know, if I've had a sherry or two, it might be a good idea not to go live, yeah? Because you don't want to see me dancing with 2 left feet or crawling on the floor, something like that. Again, thanks for joining us, everyone. Corolla, indeed, the night sky is beautiful, and it's definitely worth a look every now and then. Certainly when the planets are out there, and Venus is definitely out there at the moment. I think Uranus might be visible these days, or maybe someone mentioned that to me earlier today, but I'm not sure in what context, whether they were being serious or not. You know what I'm saying? But yes, again, thank you very much, everybody, and until our next broadcast, have a great time, whatever you're up to. Dowie, good night, good nubbin, and au revoir, arrivederci.